a couple of dorks from Central New York.
High five. 315.
That's right. 315. Hey, welcome down to the shop, fellow maker. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a guest. Of course, I'm Bill, but this
I'm Andrew.
is Andrew. And you've got a fun project for us today.
I do.
Something I haven't touched yet. Ghostbusters.
That's right. Yeah. As any child of the 80s, you definitely wanted a Proton Pack.
And if we had to explain Andrew, it would be child of the 80s. Man-child of the 80s.
Man-child of the 80s.
Because he drove here in a DeLorean. You got a Proton Pack.
Oh, sure do. I sure do. So this is the Spirit Halloween Proton Pack. They did a release in 2018, or this year. Last year they did one in 2017. This model is slightly different, but you can buy it on Spirit's site for about $70.
Which I think is a bargain.
I think it is.
It's a little,
given what you have.
Right, it's a little small, but it's still, I mean, for the price, that's pretty great.
Yeah, it's about 80% size of a regular Proton Pack, and it's also quite a bit lighter.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 pounds or so in comparison.
So this, you've added a little bit, right?
I sure have.
So you got a cosmetic kit that you bought online.
I did.
We'll have a link down in the description to something similar if you want to do the same thing.
Yep, and that alone adds quite a bit to the pack. I think it really makes it, steps it up a little bit. But there's still a little more to do, I think.
Yeah, so we have a little bit more work to do today. We've already cut out a new back. It was originally cardboard. So we made a new one out of MDF that should be a lot more sturdy for someone to wear around. But on top of that, we're going to do some painting. And I think we need to do a better base coat on this, do some weathering, make it look like it's been knocking around New York City, hunting ghosts for a while.
Hunted some real serious ghosts.
Real ghosts. And then mostly painting and weathering, and then there are new stickers, right?
Yes, new decals.
And that came with the cosmetic kit?
That's a separate upgrade.
Separate one.
We'll also include the link.
Very good. All right, well, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's get to it. Step 1. There are a lot of stickers on here that came on the toy that we got to get rid of. And you have ones to replace it.
I do.
So these can go away.
That's right.
I'm going to guess this doesn't come cleanly off. What do you think?
I don't know. Let's try it.
Oh no.
Man.
We've got goo gone. So your Ghostbuster Proton Pack will smell like oranges.
All right.
But this will help dissolve the adhesive. Something really important, though, is that this will take the adhesive off, but we want to make sure it gets perfectly cleaned up before we try and paint it, because it will keep paint from wanting to stick in those spots, too. But we'll do a good job of cleaning this. You can even see this is starting to kind of soak through the sticker.
And make it easier to peel off.
Yeah, in fact, you know what we'll probably do? Oh, look at that.
Oh, look.
That's
Is
going
it
a lot
coming
better.
now?
You know what? New plan.
Soak all the stickers.
Soak all the stickers first. We'll probably do that. So I'm just going to go over it with some Goo Gone. And we'll see if they want to come off easier that way.
Let's see if that one peels off in one piece. Not quite.
Almost. It did a lot better, though.
It did a lot better.
So you're pulling that sticker off. These are what we're going to replace them with. They're just a little bit nicer.
A little bit nicer, yeah. Maybe a little bit of adhesive left. Almost made it.
One more round of Goo Gone. There we go. So that's the method. Soak it, peel it off, and then finish it off. So we'll just do the rest. We'll just do the rest of those like that. Great. Our stickers are gone. And we want to spray paint like a nice new base color on here.
Right.
So we need to either take off or mask anything we don't want to spray paint.
Right.
Some of these pieces can come off.
Yes.
Some of them have been super glued in place.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And this is great too, because this is like a real piece and we don't have to paint it. Put that in our cup of goodies. We don't lose them. So some of the stuff's coming off, some of it is getting masked. So a good example, this is definitely super glued in. So we'll take a bit of masking tape and we'll just mask that off. We'll go all the way down the length of it, like that.
It's almost the perfect size. Look at that.
And then we can spray to our heart's content and not worry about goofing it up. Stop cursing, Andrew. This is mostly masked off. We're just about ready to go. Anywhere that's exposed, like these silver bits or these bronze bits, those are all going to be repainted. But these hoses and stuff are all masked. Andrew's over there getting the neutrino wand masked. Very good. Next to that handsome devil. Before we get to painting, though, I do want to use just a scouring pad and kind of scuff up the surface a little bit. Just so that our paint has a little bit of stuff to grip onto. Just noticed there is a copyright thing right there. Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Do you have a solution for this?
I do. I've got a. This is the Nerf removing. What do you call it? The warning text. This is how the Nerfers get rid of their warning text. I'm just gonna use a chisel to get rid of that, and then I'll sand it flush. I don't think the Ghostbusters Proton Pack were copyrighted.
They were more interested in doing a franchise at some point.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to sand that down and then go over everything with a scouring pad that's going to get spray painted, and then we'll be ready to spray some paint.
Danielle has no idea that this is...
That's awesome.
She has no idea. It's going to be amazing. And the thing that inspired me was when we went to Emerald City. She was walking around. She's got a Ghostbusters flight suit. And a kid came up to her and said, "How do you catch any ghosts without any ghosts catching it?"
I called her out.
I said, you know what? That is the last time that's ever going to happen.
We are nearly ready to paint. I want to clean everything, though. I've got some isopropyl alcohol here. And that'll make sure any dust or anything, or any finger grease, or any of that goo gone that we put on will get cleaned up. Because that's going to... Something like that will keep the paint from wanting to stick. Since it keeps other things from wanting to stick. So I've just got a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to clean all the surfaces to get it ready for spray paint. How's that neutrino wand going?
Looking pretty good.
All right. Alexa, play the soundtrack from Ghostbusters.
Playing Ghostbusters by Zentrix from Spotify.
I don't think that's right.
I don't think it's the right one. Alexa, this isn't what I meant.
Alexa, play Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr.
That's what I wanted.
Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. from Spotify.
There it is.
Somebody did a very clever mashup with to show how I Wanted a Drug by Huey Lewis does fit the Ghostbusters.
Oh, I heard that.
Name.
Here we go. Now we're talking. Now I play the game. How long do I let this music play and hopefully not get a copyright strike from my YouTube video? It will. Oh, that came off. We'll glue that on later.
It's okay. It was broken to start with.
These parts we'll add back later. Everything's fair. Almost ready to paint.
It's okay to have extra parts.
Time for the next part. Spray paint. We got, hold on, I gotta show this. There's just a lake in this part of the, this is, yeah. That happens. Okay, we have a flat black spray paint Krylon Fusion, and we're just gonna cover everything that's exposed.
Sounds good.
And we have it on a Lazy Susan so we can spin it. I'm gonna start at the bottom, shooting up to make sure I get everything. Our black paint has dried. It's time for the next step. This is going to be really fun. I have here graphite powder. Now you can buy graphite powder, but I just took a graphite stick and sanded it and poured it in a thing. And I got a brush, and what we're going to do is apply graphite powder to the entire surface. And because this is a matte finish, this matte paint, it's got a bit of a tooth to it, and it will actually grab onto that graphite powder, and it will stick. And what you end up getting is kind of a metallic sheen to it. It's a little more subtle,
yeah.
but it makes a huge difference. It doesn't look like paint after this. It looks like that that kind of metallic-y finish.
Makes it stop looking like plastic. And
Exactly,
like
yeah.
actual metal that was painted. Yeah.
And that's it. I just brush some on and kind of take a paper towel and wipe away what else I don't need. And what we have is something that has just a little subtle shininess that makes it look a little bit better. And you can really hit the edges really hard, and it'll have that kind of shiny edge like a metal thing that's been handled and worn a lot. So we'll give it kind of a buff there, but you can see, especially as it like moves in the light, it's got that nice, there you go, that nice shine there.
Yeah, look at that.
That's really cool. And you can be as light or as heavy-handed as you want. I think we should just go nuts and just cover this thing.
Sure.
Okay, we're back in the paint room because this stuff needs to get sealed. It's just graphite powder on there and it will get off on your fingers. So I have this stuff here. It's a sealer for metallizer that Testers makes. It's really good for sealing metallic finishes without completely dulling them. But it needs to be applied with an airbrush. So the sealing worked really well. It sort of dulls the shine a little bit, but it still looks really nice.
Yeah.
We need to figure out which parts need to be silver and gold again.
That's right.
And
so we took some reference shots yesterday.
yeah,
Before we actually.
so very good idea.
Yes.
We also have footage we could have watched.
Yeah, that too.
Got this guy all set up. We're going to mask off everything except for the parts we want to keep silver. Some of these are super easy. We just mask off that edge right there. Some of the other spots, like these guys, we're going to have to trim around it with a knife. If you want to see more on masking, I've got a video on masking right up there. Airbrush, you going to give me lip? You be quiet now. It's going to, any minute, it's going to make
The air
noise.
compressor turns on. Yeah.
Okay. I have some Tamiya silver paint loaded up in the airbrush here, and anywhere that's exposed, we're just going to give it a quick dusting of silver paint. Or like this, this is the big part here that we masked off. We can just... You ever used an airbrush before, Andrew?
Never.
All right, we'll film your first try.
Ready?
Hold on, let me make sure you're in focus and frame. I don't want to miss a frame of this. All right, go for it. There you go. And a little further away. There you go. Good job.
All right. Thank you.
Just give it a look over, make sure we got everything, and then we can let it dry.
Call it good.
We can take... Shut up. We can take I think all of the tape off. This Tamiya stuff actually dries pretty quickly to the touch, so we can take all the tape off.
Nice.
Which is the fun part.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah.
Except it's more like work than Christmas.
Awesome. Hey, that looks pretty great there. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll do the same thing on the Proton Pack. I don't think we need to show that. It's basically the same thing, mask and paint. And then we can do some stickers.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
We have a whole sticker sheet here. They're not pre-cut, though. We have to cut them out. So I got my little ruler and a very sharp X-Acto, and I will carefully... There's a little bit of white left, and I can just do a little chamfer there. So now the hard part, we gotta actually put it on the thing. We only get one shot at this.
It's okay.
But we'll practice. It's going right there.
One, I can get another one. Okay.
I also have tweezers here that can help position it without grabbing the back too much. So that's gonna come off. All right, it's go time. Make sure we don't put it on upside down.
I believe in
I've
you,
never
Bill.
done that before.
I believe in you, Bill.
But we can position it with the tweezers. Get it pretty much in the right spot. Fortunately, too, I don't know that, maybe Egon wasn't really great at this when he made them.
Exactly.
So if we get it...
It doesn't need to look exactly perfect.
But that looks pretty great.
That does look pretty great.
That'll do. Now we just have...
all the rest
we have
of
a whole
these.
bunch more to do. And then that kind of wraps over itself like that.
I think so.
There we go. Hey, that looks all right. It's time for Andrew's first decal.
God. Here we go. I haven't done decals since I was a kid. Here we go. I'm going to try to line this up as evenly as I possibly can. All the Ghostbusters fans are going to be like, no, it's supposed to be a millimeter to the right.
You can just press like one corner down and then angle it if you want to. You got to peel the tweezers off the bottom. There you go.
Okay, here we go. It's becoming a permanent fixture for now. Well, until...
Oh no!
Why? It was just off by a hair.
I'll do some clever editing and it'll look great.
It'll look
And
good.
whoa, great job, Andrew.
Oh,
Hey, awesome.
Thanks a lot. I definitely got it right on the first try.
Time for redemption.
I can do it. I can absolutely do it.
Wait for you to put it on upside down.
Yep, here we go, guys. Do it just right. Is that center?
Sure.
Let me see. Let me double check. Oh, wait. This isn't the right one.
No!
It's a different...
Oh, good catch, good catch. Whew! Whew! Got my...
Oh, I put it right on there.
Yeah, look at this.
This is why you don't steal Bill's tools.
Upgrade. Ta-da! Not upside down.
Nope, it's not upside down. Lucky me. Look at that.
All right. High five.
All right. Oh,
Cool.
No,
I think we can weather this thing. Cool. Time for weathering. And this is the fun part and the messy part. And we're going to do really quick and basic, just a wet wash. We have some brown paint here. And I'm just going to slop it on there. And then Andrew's going to use this dirty rag to wipe it off.
all right.
So I'm just going to wipe it down in all the cracks and crevices like that. And then you just take that rag and kind of clean it off. Like, not really well, but just tidy up a little bit. You can even like ball it up and just dab it. That's what the youth are doing these days, right? Dabbing.
That's what the kids are doing.
That's what I've heard.
How's that?
That's good. And then like this sticker here will get kind of dirty, but that's okay because we want
That's
it.
what we're going for.
We want it to look dirty. You could even go crazy and like use weird like greens and stuff. Like you got slimed, and you did a poor job of tidying up afterwards. Now that sticker no longer has that fresh look, and you could decide how clean you want it to look. I tend to do like one fairly light pass and then go back and see if I want to do more. Mm-hmm. So you could wipe some of it off, but I think that looks really cool.
That's a good policy.
Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. Well, I guess we just repeat that over the whole thing. We've already done the neutrino wand, and it's just got that nice little extra level of grime on there, and it makes it look a little bit less like a toy. That is a pretty good looking, super cheap and quick to do Proton Pack. Great job.
You did most of the work.
Team effort. Team effort. Good job, everyone.
I think it looks excellent.
That's pretty awesome. You're going to go home with some more stickers and finish up on the stickers.
I will.
Do maybe a little bit more weathering, but that's a pretty fantastic job there. What do you think? If you had to do this, if you went home and you had all of these tools at your disposal, do you think you could replicate the results?
Absolutely.
Yourself? Very good.
Absolutely. So I learned a lot of stuff.
Awesome. Do you have a favorite part? I have a favorite part.
Gosh,
Mine is this part right here. That looks really good.
I love the whole coat of paint. That it just added so much more to it, and then adding some graphite to make it
the
look
graphite
metal.
thing's really cool. That's super fun.
That's pretty cool.
Well, hopefully you learned something on this build and you're able to apply it to your next proper costume project. And go check out Halloween stores. This is literally from like Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Halloween's Proton Pack.
Yeah, they're
cheapo prop things are getting really good.
They're getting really good for even the base model for $70, which was pretty impressive.
Pretty
to start
fantastic.
With. Yeah.
That's all I've got for you today. Of course, everything we use today will be linked down in the description, including all of the extra kit pieces that you got, all of the paints and tools that we used on this. You can go find those and do it yourself.
Well, we have one more thing to do.
What do we do?
We forgot to turn it on
Let's
so we
turn
can
it
catch
on!
ghosts.
Oh, look at the lights. And
cool.
let's see if there's still water in this button. No, that just plays forever now.
Forever.
So long. We'll see you in the next build.